Well, Bilaal Rajan founded a school in Tanzania for HIV/AIDS orphans, raised thousands of dollars for UNICEF, and wrote a book inspiring young people to make a difference. Huge accomplishments, and he's just 12 years old. Bilaal Rajan joins me now live in studio. That's it. You're only 12.
I am.
And you've written a book, and you found the school, and how do you do it?
Well, it's just something that I'm really passionate about, something that I really love to do, and it all falls into place.
And so you've got some, the major thing you do is fundraise for projects. So there have been some catastrophes across the globe, and you have been able to raise thousands of dollars. You're the youngest UNICEF child ambassador. First of all, we'll get to how you got to the money, but what's a UNICEF child ambassador?
Basically what I do is I go across the country speaking to schools, other places as well, teachers' conferences, and who else, or what else? Who knows?
Whoever's interested in hearing you talk.
Exactly. I speak to everyone and anyone who is interested in making change and who is capable, which is everyone and anyone anyways.
So a lot of people your age might not be so organized, shall we say. Give people some ideas. If they want to, if they see something and they want to raise some cash, you've got a lot of ideas in your book here. But, you're an inspiration for a lot of people. How would you get them to sort of raise money for various projects?
Well, there's so many. In Chapter 2, actually, there's more than 90 different fundraising ideas that children can use to not maximize their true potential, which is the second part of the book, but they can use to fundraise. There are traditional, normal ways like bake sales, casual days, but there's also unconventional, different ways like dressing inside out or eating contests or who else?
Dressing
who knows
inside
what
out.
else? Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good one. And then making plates as well. You made plates.
I have.
How'd you do that?
Well, it originated as giving teachers Christmas gifts. And I decided that it's a great idea. Why not do something with it? And I decided to sell it over a few days at a coffee shop. And I ended up raising about $1,200 within 9 hours.
Within 9 hours from
9 hours.
plates.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's incredible. What keeps you going?
Just being able to see how much I've been able to do and with other kids across Canada, and seeing also how much we need to do, seeing the devastation in the places that I visited, like Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya, Ecuador, tsunami-affected regions, and seeing how much we have here has always driven me forward to want to do more.
It was interesting, I was reading your book, and you've dedicated the book to the Aga Khan, who is the leader of the Ismaili Muslims around the world. He'll be coming to Canada next week to celebrate his Jubilee year as leader. What is it about him specifically that inspires you? That
no matter who it is he's helping, no matter race, skin color, he works for the betterment of mankind, for humanity. And I'm really inspired by how passionate he has been for doing this for the past 50 years.
I want you to tell me a little bit about, and you've written about this in your book as well. We're just going to show it on TV here. Tell me about this project in Tanzania that you have for HIV/AIDS orphans. How exactly did you go about setting that up? And what exactly is that project all about? Well,
I went to Tanzania just to talk about HIV and AIDS awareness to kids at an early age, because in developing countries like Tanzania, HIV and AIDS is acquired at an early age. And I decided also that these kids aren't going to break the poverty cycle just by learning about HIV and AIDS. They need an education. And I decided the best way to do that was to provide them with one. And so I started a school, the Hands for Help School in Tanzania, and it has funding from safari companies around the area. So.
And speaking of your book, you launched it this week. What was the response like?
It was amazing. The book launch was great. We had Farley Flex, Canadian Idol judge there, Nigel Fisher, CEO of UNICEF Canada, my kindergarten teacher who gave me the confidence to speak up and express myself. It was really great to see the response, how many people were inspired to try to make change. And it's really what I'm in it for, just to make this world a better place.
Your teachers make a huge difference, don't they?
They do.
And tell me about yours, because I know a lot of people say this, or Oprah Winfrey's teacher actually said the same thing about, or she said the same thing about her teacher as well. What was it about your kindergarten teacher that gave, because I'm looking at you now, you're a very eloquent guy, you've written a book, you do speaking presentations. What was it about your teacher that has inspired you or made you the way you are now?
It's just her passion to teach kids, her passion to inspire others, and it's something that she has it herself. She has this gift of being confident, being out there, and she put that into me. And it's just really shown me how much I can make a difference, no matter how old or how young I am. So.
What's your name?
Christina Smallridge.
Hopefully she's watching right now. You told me earlier that you felt that there were a lot of areas in the world that still needed change, still needed help. What are some of those areas, would you say, and what's your point of focus right now?
Well, it's everywhere that needs change, and I don't think I have a point of focus. It's just everything and anything that you feel passionate about is anything that deserves attention, anything that deserves your help. And one of my latest endeavors has been to start a youth volunteer award at my school, St. Andrews College, in all elementary and middle schools across the nation, just to instill the ideal of making change and making a difference at an early age, and to show that young people can do that. It's an award that goes to the grade 8 student with the most amount of community service hours at the end of the year, and a lot of my classmates started doing community service at first for the award. But they realized that it wasn't for the award anymore as soon as they started. It was for the people that they were helping. And from the start of the summer, so many people have gotten inspired. From the start of the summer, from one of my friends has acquired 550 community service hours, where last year he had none.
Wow. Incredible. You're an inspiration even to me. I even have trouble talking in my job, but after watching you, I can take some tips as well. But you're great. Give me 5. Give me 5. I'm going to leave you the book. You can sign it for me on the break. And Making Changes, the book, it's available in bookstores across the country. Thanks, Bilaal. Okay, I was going to ask you what's next, maybe Prime Minister or something, but we'll talk about that during the break. You're watching Toronto's Breaking News, CP24, T-minus half an hour. Coming up, we'll bring you live pictures from the Kennedy Space Center as the shuttle Endeavour blasts off. Bilal's obviously blasting off just before 8 o'clock. Stay with us.